Hello, my garden friends. Can you believe I almost missed it? This is Hardneck Garlic, and now is the time to check it for garlic scapes. Let's check it out. In the fall, you plant individual cloves of garlic, and then in the late spring and early summer, the plant produces this center stem, and it's called a scape. And you can see how it's kind of curling like that. This bulgy part on the top would become a flower head if you let it develop and develop seed garlic. These scapes are really delicate and delicious. They are not as pungent and strong flavored as the bulbs themselves, but they are a wonderful second kind of a harvest that you get from garlic plants. There are actually two different kinds of garlic that you can plant. There are Softnet garlic and Hardneck garlic. Now, Softnet garlic is mostly what you're going to find when you buy heads of garlic in the grocery store. They're hardier in the South because they don't withstand the cold winters that we have in New Jersey quite as well as Hardneck garlic. Softnet garlic is also the kind of garlic that you can dry once you harvest it and then braid. They braid really well because they don't have a really stiff stem. But Hardneck garlic does. It has a central stem, which is where this scape comes from. And you can see, oh, it's so juicy. They're just dripping. This is just a wonderful time of year to be able to harvest this. So I'm cutting these scapes off, and this is Hardneck garlic. The difference is Hardneck garlic has larger cloves than Softneck garlic, but there are fewer of them. So you have that central stem in the middle of the head, and then you have a single layer of larger cloves that go all around it. I think that they're delicious, but garlic tastes like garlic, whether it's Softneck or Hardneck. Softneck garlic has more cloves, but smaller ones. So with these scapes, you can eat these. It's a whole nother harvest from the same plant. And you can cut these up and use them like you would use chives or scallions in dishes. You can actually marinate these in a little bit of herbs and olive oil and grill these. And then you can have them just like this as a vegetable, the same way you would eat asparagus. But they're delicious when you chop them up and add them to things like eggs or sauces, whatever you might use onions or garlic in. Scapes would be a delicious addition. So since I've planted so much garlic this year, and they do stay well in the crisper, you can keep them in the crisper for a couple of weeks in the fridge, but if you don't think you're going to use all the scapes that you've harvested, it turns out that they're very easy to save. So you just want to wash them, chop them up nice and small, and store them in the freezer, and then use them along the way. So they'll last you a lot longer if you store them in the freezer. I intend to lay them on a flat cookie sheet and put them in the freezer, let them get nice and frozen hard, and then gather them up and put them into a Ziploc freezer bag so that I don't just get one big hunk of scape that's frozen. Hopefully it'll be easier to use them at that point. So I'm harvesting my scapes now. This is just the very end of May. This is Memorial Day. And then I will harvest the garlic. I'm gonna start looking out for when it's ready to harvest around a month from now, around July 4th, actually. That's when I will harvest the garlic. Once the tops start to turn yellow and they just don't look like they're happily growing anymore, I'll start pulling them one at a time to see if we're far enough along. Here we are at another patch of garlic I planted in the keyhole garden. Oh, by the way, subscribe to the channel and like the video and share it with your friends. I'd love if you join me for all my garden updates. When it comes to the garlic, I planted a lot of it in the fall because I ordered Hardneck garlic from an online nursery, and you generally order it by the pound or the half pound. So I ordered more than I needed for just one little spot. I planted it in multiple spots all around the yard. So you definitely are going to want to cut the scapes down, even if you don't use them in your kitchen. That would be a huge waste, by the way. If you don't cut the scapes down, the plant will devote energy into creating flowers instead of creating a delicious, swollen head of garlic cloves underground. So whether or not you use them now when you harvest them, you definitely want to take them off so that you get well-developed garlic heads when it's time to harvest. Look at all of these incredible scapes I harvested from the garlic growing in the yard. I can't wait to add these to my family's meals this week and to save the rest to use them all year long. Do you grow garlic in your yard? Do you grow hardneck or softneck? If you grow hardneck, do you use the scapes too? How do you use them? What's your favorite way? I hope you'll write down in the comments and join me again for the next video. Bye-bye.